Hello, my name is Marcello. Welcome to the Source AV Design Group's YouTube channel. Today we'll compare two very popular and highly regarded wireless high-res multi-room music streamers, the new 10-year anniversary NODE X as seen in silver, and the latest version Bluesound NODE Model N130 as seen in black, and whether the NODE X's $749 price is worth the upgrade from the $599 Node. This video will primarily discuss my impressions of the two streamers regarding design and sound quality. So for those of you who are not familiar with digital high-res streamers who are still consuming music strictly through physical mediums such as CD or vinyl, the NODE X and NODE N130 allow you to stream via your home or office wireless networks high-res audio in 24-bit up to 192 kHz, which is higher than 16-bit CD quality. Some will argue they cannot hear a difference between 16-bit and 24-bit, or they still prefer physical CDs or vinyl over streaming in high res. But one thing is pretty agreed upon is how convenient digital streaming can be. You will still need a preamplifier paired with a power amplifier, an AV receiver, or an integrated amplifier for your passive speakers. You could also opt for powered speakers and feed the streaming signal from the Node or NODE X to those powered speakers. Both streamers also offer a subwoofer output for a powered subwoofer and crossover integration through the BlueOS software, which is pretty stellar and sometimes only found in more expensive streamers. Bluesound's NODE N130 multi-room digital streamer powered by a quad-core 1.8 GHz ARM Cortex-A53 processor and a Burr-Brown 32-bit 384 kHz digital to analog converter differential output design has been immensely popular since its release, making multi-room streaming simple even for beginner audio enthusiasts with their easy-to-use BlueOS, which includes built-in tone controls, gain controls, and other intelligent features that work with your smartphone or tablet. This video won't discuss BlueOS and how to use it. However, there is pretty good consensus in the audio community that BlueOS is one of the easiest operating systems to stream music from many different music platforms such as Spotify, Tidal, Qobuz, Deezer, Amazon Music, XM Radio, and many more. There is no native built-in Apple Music. However, the NODE X and NODE N130 include Apple AirPlay too. Most importantly, for those of you like me who are Roon fanatics, both streamers are Roon ready and easy to integrate into your multi-room streaming experience. Both streamers are compatible with Amazon Alexa skills for voice control and smart home integration with Crestron and other popular home control systems. The new NODE X trades in the Burr-Brown DAC circuit for an ESS 9028 Q2M DAC chip with a new circuit design that allows for an improved signal-to-noise ratio of -118 dB, as well as improved total harmonic distortion, or THD, of 0.0003% compared to the -115 dB signal-to-noise ratio and THD of 0.002% of the NODE N130. There are more similarities between these two streamers than there are differences, so let's go over a few of the notable features and design elements shared by both units. Then we can dive into what sets the NODE X apart from the NODE N130 and why you may want to upgrade or purchase the NODE X in place of the Node. Both streamers through BlueOS can be used in a multi-room system with up to 64 players. They both feature a proximity sensor top panel with touch controls for play and pause, volume, previous and next track, and preset buttons that I see as a feature more likely used with desktop or bedside listening. For my personal NODE N130, I use Roon or BlueOS with my iPad or iPhone and never physically touch the Node. Nevertheless, desktop or bedside listeners may enjoy this feature. They both use the quad-core processor I discussed earlier with built-in wireless Wi-Fi dual-band 2.4 and 5 GHz 802.11ac and Bluetooth aptX HD two-way capable of transmitting or receiving, which is a plus if you use wireless Bluetooth headphones. Although they have different DAC chips and circuits, they natively have the same 24-bit up to 192 kHz audio processing, including MQA files. Looking at the backside of the NODE X, which is the same as what you see on the NODE N130, you find left and right RCA audio outs, a subwoofer out for a powered sub, a digital coaxial out, an optical or analog in, trigger out, infrared input for remote learning, an Ethernet RJ45 GigE1000 input for the most stable playback, and USB for use with a flash drive of music. Originally, Bluesound had stated that the NODE N130 was capable of outputting from the Node's USB into the USB of higher performing DACs. However, I and many others experienced many issues including drops and static with Roon playback with my Mishi X3 and Chord Hugo TT2 with the Node via USB. However, other products from different manufacturers worked for other listeners. I am happy to report that after testing both the NODE X and my NODE N130, I was not able to replicate the drops or static I was previously experiencing when listening with Roon and outputting into the USB of a different DAC or integrated amplifier with built-in DAC. If no issues present themselves with future Roon updates, the Node line of streamers is now a solid choice for streaming into higher performing DACs via USB for Roon users and outputting to a separate DAC via optical, albeit at reduced resolutions. It never presented any issues with my listening tests. Lastly, including HDMI eARC for integration with your TV or audio system is a terrific feature that in 2023 should be included when possible with most audio devices. For more detailed product specs for both streamers and to place an order, please visit the links in the video description. So let's talk about why one might want to consider upgrading to the Node X from a Node N130 or purchasing the Node X instead of the current Node. First and foremost, sound quality. The upgraded Sabre DAC implementation sounds noticeably better in my speaker rooms for my preferences than the Node N130. Let me go into a bit more detail on what better means, but first let me tell you the companion equipment I use for my listening tests. In my reference listening room for speakers, I listen with my Sonus Fabre Olympica Nova 5 towers, my Meze X3 integrated amplifier, and a world-class audio system on loan from Audio Research. Two reference 160M Mark II monotube amplifiers paired with a reference 6 line stage tube preamplifier. Stay tuned for a full video on that system and one-of-a-kind extraordinary speakers very soon on our channel, so please consider subscribing today and hit that bell icon to turn on all notifications. A big thanks to all our new subscribers, you rock. I use both Node streamers outputting into the McIntosh MHA200 and the Woo Audio WA22 headphone tube amplifiers for headphone listening. In my more casual listening room, I use both streamers paired with my Marantz 40N integrated amplifier and my Audio Research i50 integrated tube amplifier with my Klipsch Heresy 4 speakers. So what does better sound mean? In my listening tests in both of my listening rooms, the Node X could present more details in recordings, better dynamics, more punch, better soundstage layering, and more precise imaging while not sounding overly analytical or sharp like the Sabre DAC implementations of old. All these same traits were expressed when listening via my headphone tube amplifiers paired with several headphones I have in-house. Is the sound night and day different between the Node X and the Node? No, it's not, but it is noticeably better for my preferences. My Node N130 is more laid back and more polite sounding, with more rounded, softer edges to instruments and vocals. Some may call that warmer sounding, less analytical, or smoother sounding, and when paired with a bright sounding audio system, the Node N130 may be the better match. The Node X is worth the $150 increase in price for my preferences, especially if you'll use it as an all-in-one streamer and headphone amp. Another thing that sets the Node X apart from the Node is the inclusion of a full-size quarter-inch headphone output and a dedicated THX headphone amplifier. I listened to several headphones in-house comparing the two headphone outputs, and it's very easy to hear the audible improvements of the new THX headphone circuit found in the Node X. Let's not get carried away and jump over the moon like some reviews and say it's the next best thing since sliced bread. No, it's not going to replace a dedicated high-performing headphone amplifier for very serious headphone listeners. However, for casual headphone listening with moderately efficient to more efficient headphones, it's now a more legitimate all-in-one system than the Node N130 for headphone listening. I think you will find it pairs well with several Focal headphones, and I have enjoyed listening with my Stelia. Many of us own Sennheiser 600 series headphones. I also listened with my HD650 and 660S2, and while the headphones again didn't sound as good as a more powerful dedicated headphone amplifier and DAC, like say a Chord Hugo 2 or Chord Mojo 2 or a headphone tube amplifier, I was still able to enjoy them and again could see the Node X making a good desktop or bedside setup for casual headphone listening. With the headphone amplifier only outputting 100 milliwatts into 16 ohms, 130 milliwatts into 32 ohms, 17 milliwatts into 250 ohms, and 11 milliwatts into 600 ohms, harder to drive headphones or current hungry planar magnetic headphones will likely not be the best match for the Node X. Lastly, the Node X includes an RC1 remote, which is an additional accessory for purchase for $59 for the Node N130. So if you want a remote for use with your streamer, this may be another benefit for some of you for the $749 price. If you own a Node N130 and are using it as a streamer with no headphones and are outputting into a higher performing DAC, then you only need to upgrade to the Node X if you want the silver finish and a remote. If you are a more casual listener who doesn't have a transparent audio system where you may not even be able to hear the differences between the two streamers, or you're not interested in the upgraded audio benefits with a new Sabre DAC circuit and you're trying to decide between the two, you might be fine going with a Node N130. However, for a bit more money, I think the new DAC circuit is worth it. I usually only use my Node for casual listening in my bedroom. However, the Node X is a legitimate improvement. I can see more serious listeners and audio enthusiasts now using the Node X in higher performing systems. Bluesound has said the Node X is a limited edition, and we are still determining how long supplies will last of the Node X. What I would love to see Bluesound do after the Node X is no longer available is make a Node X replacement with a new Saber DAC circuit that is not a limited edition and sell it without the remote, but keep the dedicated THX headphone amplifier and price it around $699. Bluesound has done a terrific job of offering many solutions for audio enthusiasts. Most of their products do an excellent job of fitting the needs of most music lovers. The new Node X builds on the winning best-selling tradition of the Node and offers better sound quality and better headphone listening, which will appeal to many listeners looking for an easy-to-use high-res music streamer under $1,000. If you are in SoCal, stop by and hang with us and give the Node N130 and Node X a listen and see if you can hear a difference with some fantastic speakers or headphones we have on display for your listening pleasure. If you're interested in trading up your old headphones, amplifiers, or other gently used audio gear for a new set of headphones or a new amplifier, check out the links in the video description to our trade-up program, and don't forget we will price match other authorized dealers. We have some cool videos coming this year with new product announcements, so please consider subscribing to our channel today. From $150 earphones to multi-million-dollar home audio, cinema, and automation systems, TSAV is a hi-fi enthusiast paradise for building the system of your dreams. So let's start the conversations in the video comments on what you think of the Node X. Do you think it's worth upgrading from the Node? While you're there, smash that like button for us. Until next time, friends, remember, let the music be your guide.